Welcome, everyone, to Escape to Reality podcast with Justine.
And Geneva, hello, friends. We're here talking a short but packed, I guess, with Beverly Hills week of Bravo.
Wow, what an episode. I think this is the best season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills I've ever seen. Maybe that's strong armed,
Yes.
but I love it.
Yeah, no, it's very good. I love watching a group of people around a table when someone tells them that they bought a Range Rover, they're acting like they bought a Ford Pinto. Like she's like a Range Rover, they're like, oh.
Did they mean that like because they wanted her to say to get more information, or did they think it's low class?
Oh, I was assuming because like Sutton had said she bought a Bentley, they were like,
Right,
oh,
right.
she just got like a Range
Yeah.
Rover.
And a freaking Range Rover is what a starting 100K. How much you getting a Range Rover for? You think?
At least 100,000. So it's no
So
cheap
dumb.
situation.
I rode in a Land Rover one time. Felt like it was going to tip over. I'll stick to my Subaru. Thank you very much. Grips the road and I'm up that
Low to the
mountain.
ground. Oh
Have
god.
you been in a Range Rover before?
Yeah, I have. It feels like a thin car, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah, it
narrow
does.
on the
I don't
road.
like it. It looks like it's going to tip over off the side of a
Right.
road down and roll down a mountain.
Totally. Okay, before we fully get into Beverly Hills, so I'm in Jamaica because my husband's family is here, so we're visiting his grandmother after a long time, blah blah blah. Come down here. I am a paying, all right, this is my rant. I'm a paying customer for content. Okay. Me, the person, am paying. Why doesn't streaming go with the person? Like if I'm in Jamaica and I want to watch what I pay for on Xfinity, why can't I just access my recordings? Why is it when you're in a different country, suddenly you're screwed? You should follow the person.
So you can't watch anything. And when you've flown to Europe and stuff, have you been able to watch TV or just never really
Well, I'm just like, yeah,
had to
I'm
do
not
it?
right. I
Not in
haven't.
that mode.
It's not a priority, right?
It is
So
weird. That is odd. I guess
like I mean,
that
I
is
guess
really
you're in another.
weird.
It is
But your
weird though because
computer's
it's
hooked up to the that.
Wi-Fi, so it immediately knows you're not where you are, and then it's like, oh, you can't watch this there.
It
Even
doesn't
like
make
a Netflix
sense.
is completely different. It's fascinating, right?
Your Netflix
I feel
changes
like
over
we should
to
all have the
Jamaican
same content
Netflix.
everywhere.
You
Yes,
have Jamaican
all
Netflix
the
right now.
same things. It- right, and
Because
HBO
I
Max
realize
does work.
there's different Netflix for different countries. The people were saying these different Netflix countries
Yeah.
have better, like Canada, I think has a better Netflix situation than we do.
Oh, fascinating. Yeah. I mean, here there some things aren't there. There's other things that are there that aren't
And
here, or in
there was a
America.
TikTok, of course. How fast can I talk about TikTok? Of how you can change your country on your Netflix, or somehow there's a way to do it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Well,
switched my.
wish we could switch our
That's why we can't watch
into
Love
Island
Island.
right on time.
Oh, baby,
Right,
that's going to start
exactly.
soon. I might buy it if it comes out and I can watch it on iTunes faster than that if I'm bored. But I got a lot going on. I probably won't. God, I went to the
Right.
beach this morning with the kids. It's exhausting. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're
it's nice once you're
covering.
there, but
Yes.
Jesus,
Oh, no.
it's a nightmare.
There's nothing peaceful about
The
water
kids getting
activities with children. Like zero.
so getting knocked down, tumbling in the water. Vernon's going and talking to the squirrels like he's Snow White, gonna get bit. These squirrels at the beach are so friendly. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be on his shoulder.
I don't fuck with squirrels at all.
I gotta be more positive because we got an intense review that's hit me in the gut. I mean, maybe I need counseling. Maybe I need help. I don't know. This girl really thinks something's wrong with me. So
Thank
maybe
you,
she's a wake up
Thank you,
call.
everybody. Writing us reviews. It's real hot and cold, which we appreciate. It again. The passion.
It's
They
the
called Justine
definition
angry. I
of
think it
hot and
could be
cold.
me,
No,
but
no, I don't think so. Overly aggressive.
but we
It
love it
depends.
regardless.
Kathy, we
Yeah.
love you so much. You don't understand. Your words of just your nice, kind words really are so nice, and it really helps us out a lot. You're a sweet person.
Thank you. We appreciate all of the reviews. We have to
It's a
share what's
busy
coming your
life.
way on Patreon. In July, we have Love Island UK coming back. Cannot wait. We also will be covering the new Gossip Girl on HBO Max. We'll be doing all our usual random TLC and other bonus episodes. So check us out at
Darcy
patreon.com
and
forward slash
Stacy.
Darcy and Stacy
Hopefully
Escape
that's
Reality
decent. She's
Podcast.
still talking to the pirate looking dude. I don't know why.
God. All right.
But
And then and follow us on the things. Twitter, Escape2Pod. We love our friends on Twitter and Escape Reality Podcast on Instagram. Hello.
we can
In the
taste
words of
10K
Heather.
coming fast.
I know
We're
it's coming our
rounding
way.
it. We're rounding the bend.
Yeah,
Follow us on
baby.
TikTok too.
All right, let's get into Beverly Hills because what else really is there even to talk about?
Shahs
Okay.
was nothing. Shahs is like
No,
watching
a
Saved
funeral.
by the Bell the college years. It's horrible.
Okay, tell me what you thought of Erika after
Okay.
this episode.
My suckerness, my realism,
Mhm.
my psychotic Justinism, as this lady would like to lock me up, is she's acting, she's bullshitting. She knows that she's in deep and she's really exposing it all to try to save some. This is her last Hail Mary.
Mhm.
Or she really is a soft little sheep and her and she was been living in this weird situation for a long time and
Mhm.
that's why she's so cold and bitter on the outside because she really
Yes.
is a different person on this episode.
Yes.
Like
So
never seen her smile the way she has been.
and weird. So I guess I think it falls somewhere in between the two extremes. I don't think she knew what Tom was doing. I don't think she was a sheep. I think at some point she was made aware that a shitstorm was coming and she got her fucking duck in a row and left because
Right.
the timeline is just it's she didn't just drop him off at work and say I'm gonna get off I go to get divorced.
Bye,
She
hun.
set things up, she's getting things out of the
You're
house,
you're
she's
bitching,
pretending like
kid.
everything is cool. It's like she's
Yeah.
dipping out on an abusive relationship, you know what
She
I mean?
seemed
Like she
very
had to
Betty
get everything in line.
Broderick-ish.
Yes.
Yeah. And she knows, but at least she's lucky because everyone will turn hopefully on Tom. Nobody was turning on Betty Broderick's husband.
That's true.
He
That's
he
true.
was just a scumbag man. It was still like a man dominating time too.
Right.
Do you think that they've
I
been so miserable this whole time though? Like she says, I was his now her whole story changes. 2 episodes ago,
Mhm.
he's a workhorse. He's the nicest guy. He lets me be
Yep.
me.
Yep.
Now I'm the third wife. That's his house. I'm moving on.
See that's where it gets weird, right? Where it's like was she lying the whole time to protect a bad relationship just because financially she needed to and whatever? Or was did something change? Like she received information that he's been ripping people off for decades. I don't know. I
Did she
just don't
realize?
know.
But how does it all change? I guess why would she be talking so positive about him on camera 2 weeks before she's moving out?
Right. And at that
What
point
does
she would
that
have
help
known
her at
she was
all?
right.
She
I don't
knew she was
know.
moving out. She had to find that house.
Right. Her energy, like you said, was just completely different on this episode. She's coming in smiling ear to ear at the dumpling
Hello. Yeah.
party
Hi
in the red
guys.
outfit, just like
Talking about rubbing oil on her vagina and clit.
yes.
Sorry to use the C word.
Right. Like really coming in
She's
with
lit.
more words than she's ever said in life.
and a smile and like a real happiness girl like this is the Erika we've always wanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fascinating to watch. I just don't know. I don't think she knew. I mean, we dropped an episode on Patreon where we went into the housewife and the hustler. I don't think she knew. I don't think she was like complicit, but I do feel like she is too calculating to make a mistake in this situation. Like she's filming herself. So she
Right.
knows this shit's
There's a
gonna be
plan.
shown. You know what I mean?
You can
There's
see
a
when
plan.
she's sitting when she's sitting there, her eyes look off in the
Yep.
distance and she's like, I was trying to protect you guys and
Yep.
la la la. And in her distance in her eyes, she looks like she needs to be super baked for 90 days to
Right.
Like get
And
through
I
it.
just don't buy for a second when she was sitting there like, anybody talk shit about you all. We have each other's back. It's like, Erica, all of a sudden these are your best friends and you're like, I
Yeah.
just didn't buy that. It felt
No.
weird.
No. She barely knows these people. Her two friends are that the only reason I know this girl is because I have a really good friend named Laya. She's friends with that girl that came to her house. Her name's Laya. And I just know that because of her Instagram and stuff. And I always thought, oh, cool. Yeah, there's not a lot of Layas. Then I like Mikey sticking with her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he
Is he
pulled up
is
in
she
like a
paying
Tesla or some
him?
shit. Right. I don't know.
Is he doing
Probably,
this out
right?
of friendship or is she paying him?
I mean, the way I just love how they're walking around that house, like, like it's just that whole scene was weird to me. Like they're like going around like this house
Yes.
is gonna be beautiful. This is perfect. We're gonna be so happy here. Like it
She
was
could end
like
up in
I don't
jail.
know. She, I don't think she's ended up in jail. Do you?
I mean, her names are on the business reports, or
Yeah.
she's a secretary of some of these businesses. Money, $20 million was funneled into her business for her entertainment, right? I mean,
Right.
it's not like she's some innocent. And I got to keep reminding myself that because I tweeted, maybe I'm a sucker. After I watched it, I'm like, she's innocent. People are like, wake up, Justine. Or not Justine, but she's not. And I do believe she's so sharp, sharper than she was sharp to get Tom. I don't know.
Yeah. But do you think like I don't think she knew the whole time. I just think that's
No, no. I
but I
think she
think
knew
she
that
was made aware maybe that
there
something
was
sketchy
funny
was going down.
business. Yeah. And the
But
lawsuit,
I don't think
he
she
got
knew what
sued
was happening.
like or something years ago. They showed before the pandemic her on Watch What Happens Live saying, "Oh, I can't talk about that. There's a lawsuit." So she's
Mm.
known for a while, but now the Hulu hit the fan. She knew all that, I think. And that's what she was like, I got to save myself.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Yeah.
turned on her.
Yeah, I think he might have.
Mm-hmm.
I
He was pictured out to lunch with some blonde
I
broad.
saw that.
He's not freaking dementia. He's
Out to
calculating
lunch
his
with just a
hip.
stranger. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I don't I believe what she's saying in terms of the vibe between them and he was like all he cared about was work and gave her no affection. Like I believe all that,
Well,
right?
shut
But
up,
I also
Erica.
believe she would have stayed till the very end if she had not known, if she had not found out this
Yes,
information one way
I
or
believe
another.
that too. Yeah,
Like
if
a
he wasn't
hundred
going to
percent.
jail.
Right. She
And
would
I
have been
believe
there
she
till
would
death.
stay if nobody else knew.
Do
I
you?
think it's people finding out. I think it's him going to jail. I think this is her way of protecting herself and keep staying without without going down with the
Maybe.
ship completely. Or he
Yeah.
turned on her.
Right. I mean, Bravo freaking lucked out with this shit. Just to be able to get this while it's
It's
happening. And given, I
insane.
don't even think they knew at the time how crazy it was going to get, right? Because none of this
Right.
other shit was out yet. So it's like, it is a unique season in that you're really watching some shit unfold.
Yes. And
It's
it's
great.
live. Like Hulu thing was timed perfectly. Then a couple
Yeah.
weeks later, I got the chills. Erica's putting on this performance of a lifetime at that
Right.
luncheon where she was talking about how she stole furniture and it's just a couple, just her personality. Like it was just a couple chairs. Like when she's like making her facial
Yeah.
expressions. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
It's like, who
I
the
did.
fuck is this person?
Yeah. It's crazy.
I can't believe that she's stayed around long enough that I don't even think she earned to be a housewife as long as she has been. She's been the shittiest housewife there's ever been, but this has made up for it all.
Yeah, it has. It really has. She came through in the clutch. I
I
loved
mean,
when she was describing everything and Kyle was like, "Wow, it was like clockwork." Like I actually liked that comment from Kyle. It was like it did sound, I mean, it sounded like if you were watching a movie montage of a woman preparing to leave her husband and like getting
yeah,
all her ducks in a row, that's like what it was, you know? Like she really did. But again, he's an attorney, so you do have to be like that. So
against
I
a
don't
high
know.
power attorney like that.
Right. It's
And
crazy.
it does hit you. And she's like, I'm not going home. And it's like, wow, it
Yep.
is weird
Oh yeah.
when your
Very
life
weird.
changes like that.
But she does
See
not
ya,
seem,
kid. See ya. It's
I
always
mean,
been a
she's
kid relationship.
right. Like she's joking about can't waiting to get dick in like 3 months, right? So like
Yeah.
I think this has been long over in
Now, is that
marriage
the
and paper
house?
alone.
Oh, yeah. Is that the house that she supposedly she lived like the backyards lined up kitty corner to that guy who was a cannibal who was eating people or he wanted to eat
Mm.
people, that actor. God.
Army Hammer.
Army, yeah, yeah, yeah. And that she was having
Okay.
sex with him. That's what the word on the street was, but that's the
Oh,
house.
that's funny.
It's a cute
Okay.
house. I'd
Yeah.
rather live in
Yeah.
that house than Pasadena, but that's just,
Me too.
without Tom.
Right. Yes.
And good for her. She gets to move on with her life. I don't think she's I don't think I think she let money be put places, but yeah,
Yes.
now that it's being, and he would have got away with this shit if he wasn't. She almost gets the best revenge because she's the reason he's going to get why this is all happening. I believe the housewives
Because of the
factor.
fame
Yeah,
and the spotlight. Yeah.
he would have
It
just died and
you know what it
been.
shows is like there's an arrogance to allowing that like you literally thought you could get away with anything if you're
Uh
going on
huh.
national television with a spotlight of spending money in 2 private jets and all this bullshit when he knew what he was doing. Like that's like God,
And
what a
letting your
sick
wife
person.
talk about it like that, not even telling her to
Yep.
shut up, and like
Right, right, right.
and you were not even hiding behind. We don't ever see Harry Hamlin,
No. Only in fake scenes.
and then you see the flashbacks of him yelling at Erica at dinner,
Yeah.
and her now. But this episode, he's saying he'll give her away to someone who can afford her. Last two episodes, he's the greatest guy on earth.
Yep. That's the
She's
suspect
so
part to me.
fake. Yeah.
Her voice when she gets super serious, like in the confessionals. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like how it gets
It's
like
hilarious. I laugh.
he pushed me further and further out. So I had to go. So weird.
It's over. Oh, it's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I love Kathy Hilton. Well, you don't want to be on the front page of a newspaper anytime that happens. It's not good news.
I loved Kyle describing Kathy's like manner
Oh,
of speaking. I have a friend's mom like that growing up. Hers was like way more hippie, but if it would be like, hi, like Mrs. Wheatley, like she wouldn't let me call her first name. Hi, Miss Wheatley, like what are we like gonna eat for dinner? And she would like look off into space and be like, well, so yeah, we're gonna, and it would be like you're like, wait, what the hell? And that's what it reminded me of. Like, I think that was hilarious. I think I like
oh,
Kyle seeing her
me too.
Kathy, I think.
I watched that. I've watched that six
Yeah.
times. I loved it. It shows how talented Kyle could be as an actress. I think she does good impressions at the winery when she was
Yeah, that's actually
doing
true. She
doing
does.
Teddy, and I'll give Jennifer Aiden a notch too on Jersey. I think she does good too. But
Hers
there
are a
is
little
something to
annoying.
Kyle. Yeah, but Kyle really is she's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those outfits though,
Oh my
the
God.
Julia Roberts Pretty Woman.
Thank
Didn't she
you.
wear
I
something
was
like
wondering what
that?
that reminded me of. I could not remember. Yes, she did. The polka dots.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. It
Stop.
doesn't look good. That looked good on neither woman, and both of them are attractive. It was a
Yeah.
bad dress.
I
Bad.
mean, Kyle looked kind of cute, but I guess maybe for like at the Kentucky Derby or something. I don't know. I don't know. Lisa Rinna has a gorgeous face, and her psychotic hair takes away from her beauty. When you see her with like a slick back ponytail or a normal person haircut,
I thought the same
if
in
she
that one
doesn't look
look
like
where
a
she,
crazy Rod
yes,
Stewart, she looks pretty. She looks nuts.
when when she was in that like the blazer look for the interviews where her hair is
Yeah.
pulled back, and she was like, I'm very concerned for Erica, very
Right,
concerned. She
right.
looked very pretty there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree.
She's got a
The hair
gorgeous
is
face.
wild. She does.
Yeah. I
Mm.
feel bad for Dorit. I tell everybody to go fuck themselves. Everyone's sitting there ripping on me for being long winded. It's kind of Poor little Dory. I guess maybe she is long-winded. We've never really realized it. I'd have never caught on to that.
So I don't think she's long-winded, but I think it's like a hamster wheel with her, like
They
where she
annoy her.
like gets
Okay.
on something and she talks about it a lot, you know?
Uh-huh.
Um,
And they're trying to be nice.
yeah, right. I just can't deal with Dorit's fashion. It really bothers me
Oh, I
because
did
I
not.
feel like
Yeah.
it's just every time she walks into a place, she looks like a Barbie that like she has to have all of her accessories and she can't put anything down. And she's sitting at a table with a purse because it goes with her outfit when they're already in a home
Yeah.
they're staying in. You know what I mean? It's just like it's too much for me.
Real
Well,
fashion to me is more, I like a little understated old money look. She
agreed. There's a
screams
lot of
like,
labels
I
happening
hate that
all
shit.
the time. Me too. Like just because you can afford an outfit with Louis Vuitton thrown on it does not mean you should wear it.
Looks like M&M's all over her. And I like Dory. I think she hates Kyle.
Yeah, with the colors. Yeah, I don't think she likes Kyle either. I think you're right.
I think she's just going
Yeah.
along with it because of the show.
Also,
And I think
right.
Dorit's actually
I think
decent
so
when
too.
she said to Erika when she was talking about, hey, we'll come over to your house. She's like, we'd love to. Poor Dorit's preparing for her when they're going to jail too.
Taking notes from how
They're in a
Erica does
different
it.
way. They're just scamming themselves and scamming investors, but not
Right.
poor people who died in a fire and plane
God.
crash and poor kids who don't have parents anymore and fucking Erika. If I was Erika, I would make it my life's mission to make sure those people got their money and help them in
Yeah.
any fucking possible way I could. I
Yeah.
would sell all my shit and give it to those kids whose parents are dead or the freaking guy, make sure all his medical bills are paid for forever. Buy him a house. I don't know. Um, I love that scene when Sutton is there real quick and they're like, she's asking Erica, why are you selling all this stuff?
Producers got a lot on there. Like cuz
We need
they are
extended
showing the
footage.
flashbacks of like how different again like it didn't line up at all. And that's the sketchy part to me.
Right.
Yeah.
She is lying, but she's
So,
just trying to. It'll be interesting to see what happens with her. I'm sure she will get out of it, but we thought Teresa would too.
we
I
did.
never thought Teresa with 4 daughters would go to jail for a year.
Well, they made an example out of him entirely.
Right.
They came down so hard on them. It didn't even make any sense. It's wild.
Over one little signature. And she's let $20 million plus funnel into a freaking business that
Does not look
it's
good.
intense.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows, you can see it in her eyes,
Well, when she
right?
said like, "I don't know what's coming," or like, she said something like that, like, we got to be prepared because I don't know what's coming next, or and so I think she, again, I think she
I
knew that
gotta get a
something.
handle on what's coming for me, and it's coming for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. She
Very
knows.
chilling, all of it. It was
Mm-hmm.
one of the best
Mm-hmm.
episodes I've ever seen of Housewives ever. I love it. I loved it. I never would have thought it would be this good. I would have sold one of my children to the black market. It
It
is
was
so much
excellent.
better than I thought.
Yeah, it's a great season. Hasn't been a season like this. I don't even
She's
remember
got
one.
balls to even be on TV.
Yeah, that's
I'd
what I'm
probably be
saying.
so scared shitless. I'd be like, I can't do it, Andy. I'm gonna go hide.
Mm,
I'm
crazy.
scared. But then maybe you got to go on. I don't know. But the fame, the hunger for fame, which got her on, she knew things were weird before she. It's been going on for years. That's why she's been so. Her eyes have been so glazed for years. Do you really get that high off some THC oil?
Not
Wow,
to
what
my
a
knowledge,
world.
right?
Rubbing it. All I could visualize was that. I'm like, God, that's so perverted. But I mean, I love their reaction too. I love Garcelle. Where can I get some of that? She's just the best.
I love Garcelle too. She's excellent. Dating coaches, bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that don't give us that. Kyle, I like seeing Kyle and Garcelle be friends. Garcelle actually really laughs at Kyle sometimes after seeing
It,
them kind of repair their friendship. Them funneling um, the
dumplings.
dumplings in
Yeah,
was
that was
cute.
funny.
They
Hmm.
like they
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Garcelle
That
hates
look
her, but
good.
I
I'm
don't think
hungry. Oh,
Garcelle wants to. Yeah, I don't think she
oh, I
likes
think
Kyle.
she's growing at it. She genuinely laughed at her doing the imitation, and well, I don't know. Who knows? I'm like
We'll
studying these
see.
psychopaths. Oh my God, though. Those dumplings are look so good. What I would give to
Hmm.
eat some fresh freaking dumplings like that. They look
Yeah,
delicious.
yeah, they did look good. I like Crystal a lot. I like her bringing her family in. It was a little weird that the family were like, it gave me kind of
The
like
workers.
service vibes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
weird.
I
Like, oh,
know.
here
I
are my
thought that was
cousins to
weird
cook for
too.
you. Yeah,
Like,
but
can't they
I
be
mean,
in
looks
on the
good.
party? I
Yeah, they can't
agree
hang
with
out.
that. I
It's
agree.
like
Yeah.
you're in the very upstairs, downstairs, Downton Abbey kind of vibes.
It'd be so hard for me to have people to help me with like that because I would end up like giving them a couch every day or something. I'd be like, oh, it'd be so hard. I'm sure you just have to get used to it and that's just the way it is. But like, how do you not end up? I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, I mean,
But
those are her cousins, so she's
oh
probably
no, no. But even the nanny who helps out or
right, right.
something, like I don't know. But I do like her and I like her husband. I like her screaming at the husband, "You gotta go get whatever," and he is like a really legitimate producer,
You got to go to the
creator, and
market. She said
I
something
love that.
weird. Yeah,
I couldn't figure
straight
it
to the
out.
market.
Something with to make the dough for the
Yeah, it's
dumplings, I
like the
thought maybe.
skin, the wrapping for the dumplings.
And that's not just like flour and stuff.
No, no, those are like those come pre. They're in a
Oh, oh,
little
okay.
circle, like a wonton wrapper.
Oh, oh, I would have figured they'd be making that. Okay.
Well,
My
you can.
last
I think you
thing
can make the dough too. Yeah,
my last thing is Kyle bringing Sutton to get a mammogram. I think that's nice. And it's nice to show on the show.
I thought so too. Sutton again acting a little nuts.
That's me. I thought for sure they were going to give her bad news. I'd be like, what is it? Just tell me. When
That's
they
what she
walk in,
did.
it's like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's why I thought. I was like, yeah, I do
Uh,
see myself in Sutton a lot, sadly. What do you think about the dropping naked thing? I see both sides. Crystal maybe just doesn't know her, and maybe what's her face should have just backed right out. I have no clue.
I think Sutton entirely should have just turned around and been like, "Oh my God, sorry." The comment is
Yeah,
weird. That's the part that always has been weird to
and to
me.
keep it
Is like, what do
going.
you? What does
Yeah,
that even mean?
yeah,
Yes. So that's the
yeah.
part that's odd. But
If
Crystal
someone
kept
was
talking
naked
about
and
it for no
dropped,
reason.
I would shut the door right away and be like, "Oh my God," right? Like you walk into somewhere
Yeah, yeah,
peeing or
yeah.
something.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
All right, should we talk Shahs?
Oh, my question for you is it seemed
Yeah.
like Gigi was defending Mike to Reza and then doesn't say hi to him at the party. I didn't understand that.
She did seem I think she was just saying with Reza, like, you gotta just give up on trying to make Mike not be a creep. Like
Hmm.
you're either a friend and you support him or you move on kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what she was saying. I didn't take it as much as defending. I just what's
Okay.
blowing my mind, the only
She
thing
sees
that's
him so well. She's reading
yes,
it so well.
we
Right.
see each other kind of thing. The thing that stands out to me is that Gigi honestly has changed so much because she's so calm in these
Hmm.
situations where she typically would be the person getting in the middle of it. She's the person like calm, like even when Destiny was like losing at the end of the episode, she just like is
Yeah.
like, it's okay, I got you, calm down. Usually she'd be right in the middle of it.
Hmm.
It's
Did
fascinating.
she not smoke weed 4 years ago or something?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Did she not though? I really wonder. I mean,
I
I don't
wonder the
know.
same.
I would think she would be. Growing up
Right,
in LA, it seems like people
right.
smoking weed for a long time.
You
I
could be
don't know.
right.
Maybe
Maybe
maybe just
that's
having a
part of it.
kid has really calmed her down. Age.
Right.
I laughed at Reza when he was yelling at Mike and he's in that wig. That made me laugh when he's sitting at the table, his face.
Yes.
I love Reza, but
Paulina,
it's time for him to go. Time for the
yeah,
show to be
I think
done.
definitely Paulina, obviously, their dynamic is fucking weird because at the end of the so first when she's crying in the
Yeah.
bathroom and like saying all that red flags, Then when they got kicked out and they were leaving the party, you heard Mike in the car. He was like, "Don't
Uh-huh.
say a fucking word till we get home." Like he doesn't want to be filmed, and she's oddly like trapped in this situation. It
Uh-huh.
seems like I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know. And she's defending him because she feels guilty he that she spoke up that he's cheating on her. And
Right?
if you're texting 10 women plus, you've had sex with one of them. It's not
Absolutely.
just
Did you notice
online. You
when?
can pay for cam girls, talk to girls.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are personal
Like, because when
texting.
Mike said thing to Destiny, like, "I'll buy and sell you," which was a fucking weird comment. And then she was like, "You
Yeah,
buy whores in Vegas. Did you forget?" And like, she was real. Like, she wasn't fucking around. She was serious. And she has
right.
shit on who they do. They all
Uh-huh.
do.
She's funny with the, oh, Paulina June. She's like an 85-year-old woman in her body. Oh, Paulina June, Paulina June. I love the June situation. She isn't even in a
I
Halloween
do
costume.
too.
It's your party
I,
and you're not even in a Halloween costume. Get a life.
I know. I do think there's so many things of this show that I love, like the language and the food and their little phrases and all, but then there's just it's gone on too long and they hate each other. This is always going to be the
Yeah,
problem with reality shows. There's a certain point too much has happened. And that's where we
yeah.
are.
Why hasn't, if Reza cares and wants to see the freaking champ so bad, why hasn't he dropped the restraining order?
Right.
No one's forcing him, I don't believe.
No, I don't think so either.
So
And I
stop
just don't
crying,
buy
Reza.
MJ and Reza's
So
relationship,
annoying.
like we've said, I don't buy at all. I don't buy her saying she wants to fix it. I don't get it.
So dumb.
Again, too much has happened. They hate each other. They will never forget what they did to each other, I think, is the problem.
Yeah, it's so dumb. I don't. Nima did not look like MJ one bit.
That was a very odd choice to me. Very odd. That's all I'll say. I didn't get it
The
at all.
weirdest I've ever, like, that was bizarre.
So
I don't know.
weird.
He seems nice, but that was just a very odd situation. Yeah.
I just
And
really don't think this show should have come back.
no, no, it's done.
Unfortunately. I think
They could have
it's
gave
yeah.
MJ and Tommy a little
Tommy a
newlyweds
show.
show.
30-minute show. I would watch
30
that all
minutes.
day.
Yeah. Them
Yep.
arguing, him yelling at the people cutting his
Yep.
meat too thick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That I'd watch all day. And MJ's
There's the show.
entertaining. You have
She
Vita
is.
in there. That'd be
Yes.
perfect. You got the kid. You got a
You're a
show.
new mom. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Good for her.
That would be the solution.
The worst at, if my kids need an extra outfit, they're naked, you know.
Oh
She's a good
God, on the
mom.
freaking plane, Sterling it just was riding out a diaper, I guess, way too long, just peed all. So when he stood up, when we landed, he was just wet. I'm like, oh my God. Then he wouldn't let me put
Oh,
him down. So then I'm carrying him. I got pee on the side of
oh,
me. I did bring extra clothes, but still I did not bring extra clothes for me. So then I was wearing like a
oh,
pee shirt for 3 hours. It was really great.
oh, God.
Kids are
Yeah, I
just
got the
like
evil eye real
savages.
good in Joanne Fabrics.
Why?
And, or just that, what's the three kids? And
Oh,
I had masks. I didn't. I just was like, we're going in the store without freaking masks. I'm over it, Here in California now you
yeah.
can. And I do feel okay. I sometimes I put a mask on, sometimes I don't, and I don't feel
I'm
scared. I
kind of
do
the
feel
same way.
protected.
Yeah, me
And
too.
with the kids, I was like, fuck it. We're just going in for 1 second. I don't even care anymore. I can't deal with it. And I didn't know if the women were giving me nasty looks because they're obviously not vaccinated. They're little germaphobes or germ little spreaders. I don't know. Or they just think I'm a terrible mother. Who knows? But
What
Vernon
are
like
the other?
ripped
Those are the
down.
options.
Vernon ripped down a Cheez-It packet at the Joanne Fabrics has a million treats at the end. He rips it down, rips open the hole so that I guess the package is ruined. I didn't tell anybody. I just put it up, and maybe the lady thought I should have been like, "Here, he ruined a package." But I was like, so I had shit in my hands. It was just a nightmare. I can't go anywhere with them.
No, I
We
can
make a
barely go
scene.
somewhere. Yeah, with one kid, I barely make it through anything. I don't know how you do it with three. I
I mean,
really don't.
people are. it's really embarrassing. I mean, if Tyler was around and saw some of it, he would have a high he has like a he would lose it, you know. They're ripping open the where the what's it called? The cart where it flips up and down. They're gonna like either decapitate themselves or smash themselves. Just it's just so crazy. Kids are just seriously, they really are act like they're super hammered.
Oh yeah,
Can't can
absolutely. Everything is a drunk like stumble. I mean, even I was trying to get him in the freaking high chair in the stroller in the airport because the last thing you want to do is like try to chase a kid through
yeah.
an airport. He didn't want to get in. He's falling on the ground, getting up, falling. And it's like
Oh,
you're in a public. There's people walking. It's literally like getting a drunk human into
it is.
like
And if their blood
ridiculous.
sugar is a little bit low, then they're psychotic. Even Warner said to us the other day, he goes, "My food fixed my attitude." I'm like, oh, wow, that's pretty profound for a 6 year old. Oh, God.
Oh, I love that.
Little
Oh
psychopath.
God. All right, guys.
Who cares about
Guess
our
what? We'll be
these little
back with
special sweethearts?
oh yeah, loves of
Oh,
our lives.
we'll be
Love after
gone
lockup.
for, we'll be back next weekend, but we will not be
Yes.
back with 90 Day or um, a Bravo next week. We're having a little
Correct.
break, but we'll be back after that. Don't worry.
Yes, we will. We love you guys. We'll be back.